Hello everybody and welcome back to the Rich Life. This is part 3 of 3 in a series we're doing on how to create a vision board of your ideal life in 2018. Just to recap, in part 1 we talked about doing an honest assessment of your life right now and all of those areas that are most important to you, and then creating goals for where you want your life to be in each of those areas at this time next year. In part 2, we talked about getting your mind right. Starting this whole process from a place of positivity is absolutely essential if you want to see results. And I think we all do, right? So today we're going to talk about placing those images on your board and then the steps we need to take after we do that. Because it's not just about creating the board, it's about what we do afterwards as well. So first step, I want you to look back at your images one more time before you settle on the ones you're putting on your board, all right? And when I say images, I also mean affirmations. The images, look at those as like the eye candy. That gets our brains really excited, really motivated, but it's those affirmations that give us the reminders. And we need to make sure that we have a good mix of those. So after you've gone through and sifted through your images once again, the next thing to do is look at this through the lens of a storyteller. So first I had you as a curator, and now I have you as a storyteller. You are telling the story of what you want your life to look like in the next year. So think about how you want all of those images to connect, to tell a story on your board. And all of this we're doing before we're actually gluing down. So once you have your story, you have your layout, I want you to snap a quick picture of it. Because when you're going back and gluing, inevitably, at least in my life, I've always got some sort of interruption. And then when I come back, I see images all strewn about. Sometimes it's because maybe I've gotten up too quickly, or sometimes it's because Riley comes in and says, oh, mommy has some pretty pictures. Let me move these around. So make sure once you have your layout like you want it, you just take a picture so you can always refer back to it when you're gluing. So by way of example, this is how I told my story in the vision board that I did last year for this year. My overriding theme was I will live big. I turned 40 this year, and that was like the one thing that kept resonating with me. I will live big, right? Got this from Auntie Oprah's magazine, and I saw this on lots of different vision boards. And the cool thing is everybody has their own definition of what I will live big looks like. But it's important not to just stop there with I will live big. You have to be specific about what that actually means for you. So for me, it meant I wanted to do more traveling, especially solo traveling, which I'm going to talk about more in another video coming up. And then I also wanted to, over here, do lots of things with my career this year. One of the things I thought I would do was actually write a book. Funny because all of the things that I wrote down, all of the affirmations, be authentic, the art of storytelling, how she does it, make a name for yourself. Those are all things that I'm doing now through the Rich Life. So it came in a different form. Classic example of sometimes it not happening as you thought it would, but focus not on the if it will happen, but the when it will happen. And don't worry about the how. Your job is just to put it up here and then follow through with actions behind it. When we first started, I talked to you about how I had a baby on my first vision board and how we got pregnant within a month of me putting that on my vision board. But what I didn't talk to you about was how I found a new doctor and how I got on a new strict regimen that I actually followed. So those were actions behind me actually putting the baby on my vision board. I also talked to you about getting a partnership with Martha Stewart. But what I didn't talk to you about was taking a senior editor up on her offer when she gave me her card and she said, if there's ever anything I can do for you, let me know. Well, I thought about it for a week, and then I emailed her back and I said, I hope it's not too soon, but I thought of an idea. And I asked her if she would hand deliver a package to Martha Stewart for her grandson with my baby gear. And I also added a note in there to Martha, thanking her for being sort of a mentor for me from afar. But those were actions that I had to take in order to get closer to what I put on my vision board. It wasn't enough just to put a picture of Martha on there. I actually had to do actions behind the scenes. And so I want to encourage you every day as you look at your vision board, think about what actions you can take, no matter how big, no matter how small, it doesn't matter. As long as you are moving closer to your goals every day, that's what really counts. And I realized through doing these videos that there's power in sharing all of these ideas, right? I share these with my friends, with my colleagues, but I got so many great responses from the past few videos that I'm not going to stop it here. All right, this was a 3-part series for creating your vision board. But over the next several months, I'm going to be sharing with you my best tips for taking those actions, right? What are the things that you need to do to get closer to your goals? So I'm really excited about that. One of the things I'm also doing is a bonus video on doing a vision board with your kids. I did one with Riley a few months ago. She was 4 at the time, and I can't wait to show that to you. So over Christmas break, I want you to look forward to that. I want you to subscribe though, so you can stay up to date with all of the latest, all of the cool things that we're doing at the Riche Life. Of course, as always, if you have any special requests, please let me know. Send me some love. I love hearing from you guys. I'm so excited about what's to come, not only in 2018, but beyond, because I'm putting all of that on my vision board this year. All right, so I look forward to seeing you next time at the Riche Life. I want to see your vision boards too. Until then, take care, everybody.